him 7-3.
I think we'd agree with that, Neil, certainly. And actually, when you look at the head-to-head between these two men, it really is emphatically in favour of O'Sullivan, isn't it? 23 wins to 7 over their encounters over the years. And in fact, Mark hasn't beaten Ronnie in any event since 2002, fully a decade. And that's quite stark, those statistics, John, isn't it?
Yeah, Mark sort of lost his game for a little bit, didn't he? I remember when he won all 4 BBC events and he thought he was going to beat him, and then he had a dip in his form. He knew he was in trouble because he was with me in qualifying at Prestatyn, so he definitely lost his form there. So he wasn't playing well enough to compete with Ronnie over that period, and then the last few years he's got it back again. But listen, O'Sullivan's so difficult to play against, and especially when he's hitting the ball like that. As Neil said in commentary, he's hitting it like a dream today. Yeah, when you actually look at their respective eras, as it were, I mean, albeit that they have obviously overlapped, you look at Mark winning the world title 2000, 2003, Ronnie 2001, 4 and 8, so they've kind of missed one another in some respects, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. I mean, it's amazing. We've seen a few amazing statistics this week with, with Hendry, Higgins, the first time they'd ever met in the Crucible, even though they have 11 World Championships between them. But that is an unbelievable statistic. I mean, 10 years to not beat one opponent. And well, the two of them are, as you said, overlapping their careers is quite amazing. But as John said, when Ronnie is in such form, he's a hard man to stop. Yeah. And when he gets on a run like that, I mean, those first couple of games just sublime, absolutely sublime.
The trouble is, as well, the scoreboard changes it quickly. You don't feel as if you're involved in a match, and all of a sudden 5-3, 6-3, 7-3. Don't feel as if you've done a lot wrong. You just sit there and watch it change. Yeah, exactly. And from Ronnie's perspective, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frames in a row between last session and this, and Williams Killy's struggling to get the hand on the table.
Yeah, he has it all to do.
Yeah, very good point, Hazel. 5 frames in a row, Ronnie's won. With breaks of 48, 86, another 48, 107 and 74. Mark's got to try and make something happen here, but you can't just sort of have a go at anything. Might be able to take the pot on here, just cued across it slightly. It was worth the risk. The only one he would leave was the one he was trying. Just wondering if Ronnie might just be tempted with this one. He wouldn't leave a great deal. Wasn't far away, but the only red he could leave was the one he attempted, and when it cannoned the yellow, it's given Mark a chance. Now, he'd probably play to get on the green or brown here to get into the bunch rather than the blue. Let's have a look what angle he has.
Why?
He's gone a bit too far. No angle now to get into the bunch. He wanted to leave the brown and then come off the side cushion, split the pack. And if he takes the green, that's quite an ambitious shot to split the reds. He looked at it. Well, that's a great effort. That was a great effort. He had so much side on that when he played the pot in the middle. Running side, and he's stuck in the reds. Very unlucky. Well, at least it was touching, so he could just play away from it. But that was a great effort from the yellow to split the bunch. Terrific amount of right-hand side, and it hit the second cushion. Went into the reds. Very unlucky.
Interesting shot. He clearly wasn't interested in the playing the half ball red to the corner pocket. He thought that was beyond him. Trouble is, he didn't shift the red away from the pocket very far. He got the cue ball back. So it was a strange one.
This will test his cue action here. Very good. Excellent. I think with Ronnie's shot, he hit it far too thin, Neil, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so, but Mark has played some good shots in this frame already. He was, as Dennis said, unlucky not to break them from the yellow. And that is often the case when the chances come along, you feel you've got to take them, and already he's got awkward queuing on the black. Don't know what he can get to from the pack if he just rolls in the pink. Is it another dreaded plant? He's missed one already. Don't know if the two reds go to the left corner. There's enough space between them to make it into a plant. Yeah, from where the cue ball is, you would fancy him. He's got to hit the first red almost straight on.
Well, that kick, believe it or not, the red jumped after the plant, but it has opened a few up. That's okay. It's so important here for Mark Williams to possibly make a frame-winning break, just to let Ronnie O'Sullivan know that he's around here.
13.
First two frames have been all about Ronnie.
He's looked at playing a gentle cannon from this. Don't think he's going to go into them very hard. That's the red he wanted to play the cannon on. That is a lovely shot. That's exactly what he played.
18.
Yeah, it's one of those shots we say about Mark. He floats the ball into the pocket.
19.
Well, this is snooker at a very high standard
26.
between two great players. 5 world titles between them.
27.
Now, it's purposely left the angle on this. I think the reds are pretty much tied up. Might not be too bad. It's not perfect by any means, but as a left-hander, he might be able to reach that red. Very close up, though, and it would be one of these that, well, you could push if you're not careful. Double hit or something.
I'm not sure what he's looking at there, but he's very close to it, as Neil said. It's, well, even though he's quite a tall lad, Mark, this is awkward to get to. Very unlucky there to stick in the reds like that. Yeah, it's not even straight. I'll just show you again. Very unfortunate to stick in them, but you'd think he'd get the spider out rather than try and... I mean, he's not right down the shot here. No. Well, look at where the balls are sitting here. 37, and just that little bit of bad luck when going into them. And Ronnie, well, we know the form he's in. This is another good chance.
I think he was slightly in denial about that shot. It was just too difficult, wasn't it? But he refused to take a backward step and just drop into the reds. He played it, couldn't get on the black, but it looks like it's going to cost him the frame, the way O'Sullivan's been. The angle he played it at wasn't quite the potting angle, but he didn't want to push it.
Eight. Nine.
Yeah, he really stretched for that. I thought he might have. Look at that. It's such an awkward
60.
shot. I suppose if he got the spider, he felt he might have pushed it.
70.
Well, we all know the problem here, the red near the cushion.
$24.
It does appear that that is the only obvious problem here, because we've seen how well
25.
Ronnie is cueing today. Breaks of 107 and 74 already this afternoon, and just a possibility he might go into the two reds. Yep, because he's got one to the left middle. Classy again from O'Sullivan.
Nearly carried on with the shot, but he did that against Peter Ebdon a couple of times. Sort of changed his mind while he was down on the shot, and that's the worst possible thing you could do. It's a bit like golf. If you change your mind, step away, and then step back again.
$41.
I mean, the one to the left side of the table is not too badly placed.
$36.
Well, whichever way you look at it, you will need all four reds, even though the three.
47.
Well, now two, and this black with it are in open play. As Dennis said, the one on the left is you can get on that. The one on the right, as a right-handed player, he could roll down the cushion, but it's still got to be done.
Well, he's looking at taking the chance here to pot it. If the pink had been on the spot, it would have been a little bit easier. If he does risk moving it here, you've got to be careful.
45.
See, if the pink was on his spot, he was in perfect position. Now he's knocked that red fairly safe, and the angle he has on the blue, not good to get in between those two reds. Well, what about this for a shot if he misses the black? I mean, I'll tell you what, he must be so confident with that tip to play a shot like that. He didn't even hit it that hard, and look where he's got the cue ball from this position. Absolutely amazing.
Timing was brilliant, wasn't it? And that's the kind of shot I remember when he first turned professional, was a really young